All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. Coming to you live from Austin, Texas, where I am about to head out to the mining conference. So this is going to be another very brief stream where we glance at the price of Bitcoin, and then I will have to run out. Let's go to the charts. All right. Here we go. This is the monthly look. I know it's already like we're almost 10 days into February, which is a shortened month. I did adjust the ascending triangle. It is still looking like it can certainly rally to the upside, but everything has just been delayed. This prolonged pullback that we had for 3 months, I believe, has ended. We will, of course, see. We could also, if we start rallying nicely here, we could also prevent these moving averages from crossing over on a monthly scale, which is a bullish sign. Weekly chart, we have broken out above the downwards trending channel. We have opened the candle above the short-term moving average. So that is also a very, very good sign. And the next level of resistance is all the way up in the $47,000 range. Now, we did make it past 45,000 before reaching a little bit of a pullback. Let's go to the 4-day chart. The 4 days our allocation chart. We allocated another 20% to the position once current 4-day candle broken above the prior candle's high or the prior candle's close, but Bitcoin's 24 hours, so it's not that hard to break the candle's close. So we do go with the high because they were right next to each other. This candle gives me lots of confidence that it will close higher than the prior candle's high, especially with more than half the candle time has already elapsed. Unless we continue to go straight down, I do expect current candle to close above $42,000. And now it depends on where in this candle we'll close. I would like to see a close at current prices or higher. I don't want to see a close sub 43,000. A close sub 43,000 gives me a little bit of concern. A close above 44,000 makes me very bullish going into next candle. And a close between 43,000 and 44,000 puts me in a bit of no man's land. This is kind of where we are right now. I'm still leaning pretty bullish, but anything between 43,000 and 43,500 really does put my views in no man's land, whether we are going to pull back down or not. I like the moving average crossover. These crossovers don't happen as often as you think. We did cross over to the downside back on September 10th and crossed back over to the upside to, well, the 4-day candle of October 4th. That's about a month in between. And once we crossed back up, we went all the way up to new all-time highs. So this time around, we crossed to the downside in the middle of November, and we just crossed over in the beginning of February. That's a pretty long time between them. So I don't really expect it to immediately turn back down, okay? I am going to assume that this bullishness is here to stay. I am going to continue to assume that the low is in. Everyone that was expecting sub $30,000 prices and saying it's going to hit 20, and they were 99.999% sure confident it was going to happen. These people don't have a reputation, so they can say whatever they like, and now they can say that they are 99.999% confident it's going to hit $1 million by end of year, and they have no consequences when they are wrong. Those that run a YouTube channel like myself and do this every single day publicly, we do have consequences to our reputation. That's why we have to be careful in what we say. So right now I remain bullish with a 40% allocation, and we will see where this candle goes next. All right, let me close this. Let me go there. The financial summit's taking place the 1st of August to the 6th. I go here to pull up the latest unconfiscatable. We are juggling some speakers around as we get closer and closer. New speakers are able to make it. Other speakers are not able to attend. We have added Zach Vol to the list. We've also added Bitcoin Gandalf. You can find their Twitter handles or YouTube channels right along the bottom of the description. Also, Nico, Natalie Brunel. There's going to be maybe 1 or 2 more changes coming up. So just keep an eye on the speaker list for those that are attending. We're trying to keep it as up to date as we possibly can. The carnivory dinner is sold out. The conference, the $400 ticket, is getting close to sold out. I am likely to extend this. We do still have some room for general admission. More interviews with sponsors coming up next week. Also, shout out to CoinKite, a new addition. They're going to supply us with some hardware, some cold cards, some open dimes. We will be giving those away at the event, of course, and Jades. Everyone that's attending is going to get a Jade wallet. So it's going to be an awesome conference, and a ballet wallet. So you're going to get lots of wallets, guys. We want to give you as much value as we can for your $400 price of admission. Not everyone's going to get a cold card, unfortunately. They don't have that many to give us, not as many, but they're absolutely great right there. One of the most secure cold storage options you have. You can follow us on YouTube. This is where the videos of the panels and keynote presentations will be. I'm not sure there will be a live stream. If there is no live stream, we'll turn around those videos as soon as we can. You can also follow us on Instagram. That is my personal Instagram, but you could also follow Unconfiscatable Instagram right there. Okay, I am at the Mining Summit. Today is the full day of the conference. I am moderating a panel at 11 a.m. If you are watching me from the hotel room and you are at the event, come down and check out my panel at 11. Okay, daily chart. Here's the daily chart. Last candle was huge. Yesterday's candle was really, really important. It broke a moving average and it broke the MRI resistance line, and it was preceded by a green star candle, giving us a bullish situation. In Bitcoin, of course, you don't have to be a genius to know that Bitcoin is bullish. We have just gone up over $10,000, which is over 25%. The overall rally was somewhat massive. The overall rally moved up 37% in a couple of weeks' time, from January 24th till February 7th. Okay, February 8th, I guess. That is a little over 2 weeks. In a little over 2 weeks, we have gone up almost 40%. This is why I have been very, very adamant throughout this entire drop that Bitcoin is still in a bull market and it is too dangerous to go short. The best you can do is go cash and then pivot quickly. Okay, I would never short Bitcoin in a bull market. I would certainly not have a problem shorting Bitcoin in a bear market, but I never saw the current situation as a bear market. Not at any point, not early in 2021 and not late 2021, not early 2022. I never admitted that Bitcoin was in a bear market. That was my personal view. You don't have to agree with me, okay? You should have your own view on whether Bitcoin is in a bull or a bear market. I never saw Bitcoin in a bear market. And because I never saw Bitcoin in a bear market, shorting Bitcoin or even suggesting to short Bitcoin was always going to be dangerous. The reason why it was going to be dangerous is because in the blink of an eye, it can move 40% to the upside. Now, of course, it can also do that in the bear market, but probability to that is a lot lower. We did not even find this 50-period moving average any form of resistance whatsoever. Now, the next level of resistance stands all the way at this potential depth cross. And it's going to be very, very hard to avoid the depth cross between the 200 and the 128. But I'm hoping that after they depth cross, they immediately cross over to the upside. There could be a nice pullback coming out of it if we continue to go straight up into that $50,000 area. Now, another minor resistance point could be this line here that stands at 46,000. just above 46,000, but we can also say we came close enough to it early today to consider that a reversal. Because if I drop this line down, well, I don't need this anymore. If I zoom in and drop this line down to, touch almost as many candles right there, we pretty much hit it, right? That's the shadows of all these candles. Okay, so this is still a very fair line. It is touching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles before the break. The other line was touching maybe 10 candles before the break. They're very, very similar. And we can say that we back tested it perfectly. We didn't back test this one, but this one was, of course, bigger. It lasted longer. It supported more candles. It's a way stronger resistance line now than this was. This was almost nothing. I'm going to delete all these lines because now they're starting to clutter my chart. I'm also going to delete all these arrows. They're just all starting to clutter my chart. I am going to leave this line for now. And this trend line, let's extend this trend line. This trend line never went away. Okay, but have we broken this trend line? What is the most conservative trend line I can draw? This is the most conservative trend line I can draw. Okay, I can draw it like this. And we are sitting right at the rejection of this trend line. I can also draw it this way. And if I draw it this way, we have broken it. But I'm always, one of the greatest things Tyler Jace has ever said was, when there is doubt, when there is options, you always go with the most conservative option, because the most conservative option will never lose you your capital. It may prevent you from earning more capital, but it will never lose you your capital. And not losing your capital is more important than earning more capital. You can always find ways to earn more capital. Nothing you can do if you've gotten wrecked and you have no more money. It's a lot harder to earn something from being broke than from retaining your wealth. So this is our most conservative trend line. And if we rally from here, it'll be no doubt that we have broken. And once we get above and close above 45.5, we will leave this area behind us, maybe 46.5. And then the next big resistance is at 50,000. Once we can establish a close above both of these moving averages, sky becomes the limit. We basically on our way to the moon after that. Okay, I haven't looked at traditional markets in a while. I got about 4 more minutes. Beautiful jump on GBTC yesterday. We're about to open at 50 cents higher on GBTC as well. GBTC premium is starting to go away a little bit. Now it's only at 25% when it was down to almost 30%. 1 second. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's Austin, Texas, or the hotel room I'm in, but I'm getting hit with some serious allergies this morning. So I can't wait to go outside, get some fresh air. All right. ToneBase.com if you want to support product services, on-demand videos, MRI, you guys know the deal. All right, in 3 minutes, oil, I remain bullish. Gold, I remain neutral. And the good old S&P. S&P is not all that interesting. It's consolidating while Bitcoin is rallying. Great. I am still bullish on the S&P overall. It's possible there could be a correction, but most likely we are going to start to go back up as the elites have no choice but to open up the economy. I just don't see how they have a choice. I mean, the closer you are to listening to Klaus Schwab, our latest incarnation of Karl Marx, the closer of a leader you are to being mentored by him through his Young Leaders program. Trudeau, that crazy lady from New Zealand. So the closer you are to him, the more tyrannical you will be. But other than that, countries have no choice but to open up. That's it. I saw an article this morning that Cathie Wood is selling her completely ridiculous position in Twitter. That was great to read. Wait, who sent me that? I'm going to pull up that article real quick. Here it is. From Yahoo Finance. Here it is. Cathie Wood dumps 142 million of Twitter stock before earnings. That is kind of hilarious. One is earnings. Earnings is coming tomorrow in 2 days. So we have earnings coming up. So Cathie Wood bought 1 million shares of Twitter right on this day, on November 29th. She buys 1 million shares of Twitter. I don't know if she bought it here or up there. It's really irrelevant. It was such a, I don't want to say stupid purchase, but I don't know how else to say it, because I said on this day that anyone who bought here on this day is going to get wrecked. I said that. I had no idea Cathie Wood bought 1 million shares, but Cathie Wood just sold how many shares? 700,000 plus 2 million plus 4 million. So she just sold, almost 7 million shares. So she was like, I don't want to say the words, but there's a slang term, such as a B. So she was B deep in Twitter shares. So Jesus Christ, how much money did they lose? I don't understand how you can invest in a censorship platform and think it's a good idea. Like Rumble is a place to invest now. Joe Rogan needs to grow a pair of B as well and stop apologizing for doing something right. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love Rogan, but that was just wrong. What Rogan did was wrong. He apologized to the tyrants for no reason whatsoever. There will be 100 platforms giving him $100 million if he pulls the Spotify contract for breach of contract by deleting his stuff. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I think I'm going to do a lot more politics once Unconfiscatable ends, and those that care about those politics will get to hang around my YouTube channel after the conference ends. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here and talk to you all on the next one. Come out to Unconfiscatable, where we don't plan to talk politics, but just Bitcoin. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.